Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a real one, the rise and fall of Kyren Lacy. From the streets of Thibodaux to the bright lights of LSU, Kyren had it all. But like many stories, this one took a dark turn. Let's talk about it. Born and raised in Thibodaux, Louisiana, Kyren Lacy was a beast on the field. Coming out of high school, he was ranked as the 10th wide receiver in the state. He started his college career in Louisiana, then made the move to LSU, where he became a standout. In the 2024 season, he led the Tigers with 9 touchdowns, second in receptions and second in receiving yards. Kyren was the kind of athlete who had everything ahead of him. He had the talent, the work ethic, and the opportunity to make it big. But here's the thing, it wasn't just about football for Kyren. He was a voice for the community, someone who understood the hustle and wanted to give back. He was always speaking out, sharing his thoughts on overcoming the odds, inspiring people who came from similar backgrounds. The NFL was on the horizon. His dreams were bigger than just football. But then, tragedy struck. On December 17, 2024, Kyren Lacy was involved in a fatal car crash in Lafarge Parish. Kyren was driving recklessly, speeding, swerving, and passing in a no-passing zone. He cut off another motorist who swerved to avoid him, causing a head-on collision that claimed the life of 78-year-old Herman Hall. But instead of stopping, Kyren allegedly fled the scene without offering any aid. This wasn't just a crash. This was a moment that changed everything for him. He was hit with serious charges: negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless operation of a vehicle. Kyren, the rising star, now had to face the consequences of his actions. But he didn't back down. In fact, just days after the crash, he declared for the 2025 NFL Draft, trying to push through the storm. But things were already beginning to spiral. Despite the charges, Kyren turned himself in and was released on $151,000 bail. He was set to appear before a grand jury on April 14, 2025. His NFL dreams were hanging by a thread, but Kyren was determined to keep moving forward. He was fighting for his future despite everything that had happened. But the pressure, the legal battles, the public scrutiny, and his personal struggles was starting to take a toll. And the question that remained was, would he make it through all this? Then, on the night of April 12, 2025, Kyren's story took a devastating turn. It all began with a phone call around 11:15 p.m. in Houston. A family member called reporting a disturbance involving a weapon. Authorities say Kyren had a verbal altercation with a relative, and during that heated exchange, he discharged a firearm into the ground before fleeing the scene in his vehicle. This was a cry for help, but no one could have known where it would lead. Less than 20 minutes later, deputies with the Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's office spotted Kyren's vehicle and attempted to pull him over. But instead of stopping, Kyren accelerated, leading officers on a high-speed chase through the streets of Houston. The pursuit lasted several miles until Kyren's vehicle crashed. When deputies approached the vehicle, they found Kyren inside, having suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It was over. Just 2 days before his grand jury hearing, Kyren Lacy's life came to a tragic and sudden end. Authorities recovered a handgun from the vehicle, and all signs pointed to Kyren taking his own life during the chase. Kyren's death left people stunned. The promising young athlete who once had everything now became a cautionary tale. A man with so much to offer, but whose struggles were too heavy to bear alone. His story highlights the mental health battles that many, especially in the spotlight, face every day. And it's a reminder that no matter how strong someone looks, sometimes they're fighting battles we can't see. Kyren Lacy's story is a reminder of how quickly things can change. From a promising athlete to a man crushed by the weight of his mistakes and struggles. His death has sparked conversations about mental health, especially within the community, and about how sometimes people are just too proud to ask for help. Kyren's passing isn't just a tragedy, it's an opening for a bigger conversation. Mental health is something we have to talk about. No one should feel alone in their battles. If you're struggling, reach out. Don't wait until it's too late. Kyren's legacy is not just in the football plays or the touchdowns. It's in the lives he touched, the voices he inspired, and the lessons we can all learn from his story. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this story impactful, hit that like button, share it, and subscribe for more real stories. And remember, if you're struggling, you're not alone. Reach out, speak up, and take care of yourself.